Welcome back to Madrid Pulse. If you're a Real Madrid fan, you know the club never sleeps when it comes to scouting the best young talents across the globe. Hidden gems, future superstars, and players with the potential to wear the iconic white shirt of the Bernabeu. They're always on the radar. And now, a new name is making waves behind the scenes: Kees Smit. A name unknown to the average football follower, but increasingly whispered with excitement within the corridors of Valdebebas. The Dutch midfielder has the potential to become one of those special players Real Madrid unearths before the rest of Europe wakes up. At just 19 years old, Kees Smit has been crowned MVP of the Under-19 European Championship. It's not a minor achievement, it's a statement. A creative, elegant midfielder, he's been leading his Netherlands youth team with maturity beyond his years. His performances have not gone unnoticed. Real Madrid had already been quietly following his progress, but after the European tournament, they've moved quickly to accelerate the process. The club's scouts, decision-makers, and recruitment staff are increasingly convinced he's more than just another promising youngster. He's a serious candidate for Madrid's future midfield engine. Smit currently plays for AZ Alkmaar, the Dutch side known for developing talented youngsters. He has a contract until 2028, which complicates matters but also signals his value. AZ is well aware they have a gem on their hands. His rise with the U19 national team, culminating in victory over Spain in the final, has placed him firmly in the spotlight. Suddenly, what was once quiet admiration from Madrid has turned into active movement. Contacts, approaches, and exploratory discussions are already underway. No deal is done, but the intentions are clear. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Real Madrid is searching for the next great midfield playmaker, someone who can grow into the demanding role once occupied by the likes of Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and Xabi Alonso. While names like Enzo Fernandez, Rodrigo, and Mac Allister have been floated, their price tags are astronomical. Other options, such as Hugo Larsson or Stiller, haven't fully convinced the club. Enter Kees Smit, the affordable, highly skilled, and lesser-known solution. Standing at 1.85 meters, Smit combines technical brilliance with an imposing physical presence. His vision, control, and distribution from midfield draw comparisons to Modric, a player capable of dictating tempo, threading passes through tight spaces, and orchestrating attacks. But he brings more than just passing ability. His strike from the halfway line against Barcelona in the 2023 UEFA Youth League made headlines worldwide, showing not only his audacity but also his refined technique. That goal, scored with Lamine Yamal on the pitch, underlined his ability to shine under pressure and perform on big occasions. Smit's versatility is another key attribute. Though naturally a central midfielder, he can operate as a more advanced playmaker, providing Real Madrid with flexibility. He's right-footed, but shows confidence with both feet, making him unpredictable and difficult to defend against. His €5 million market value, while modest by elite football standards, may not last long. As word of his talent spreads, interest from other European giants grows. Barcelona has also taken note, adding further urgency for Madrid to act decisively. What's particularly appealing for Real Madrid is Smit's connection to the club's identity. Growing up in the Netherlands, he was spotted wearing an orange Real Madrid shirt, a subtle but telling gesture that speaks volumes about his admiration for the club. Those close to him say playing at the Santiago Bernabeu would fulfill a lifelong dream. He understands the magnitude of wearing the white shirt. Yet, he remains respectful toward AZ Alkmaar, the club that nurtured him since he was 9 years old. Any move would be handled with the dignity and professionalism expected of a player with his character. For Madridistas, this is a classic scenario: a raw, undiscovered talent on the brink of a breakthrough, with the club's scouts moving swiftly to secure the future before Europe's heavyweights spark a bidding war. The midfield, already stacked with generational players like Jude Bellingham, Fede Valverde, and Aurelien Tchouaméni, could soon welcome another diamond in the rough. While nothing is finalized and negotiations remain delicate, Kees Smit represents precisely the type of signing Real Madrid has built its legacy on: ambitious, calculated, and always with an eye for the next great star. His talent is undeniable. His dream aligns with Madrid's ambitions. And for Real Madrid fans, his name is one to remember this summer. The hidden gem of Dutch football may not remain hidden for much longer. Real Madrid's pursuit of Alvaro Carreras continues to face delays, with the Club World Cup and Benfica's firm stance complicating what initially seemed like a straightforward transfer. Carreras, a 22-year-old Spanish left-back currently playing for Benfica, has long been identified as a key piece in Xabi Alonso's vision for Madrid's new-look defensive structure. However, the process of bringing him to the Spanish capital has been anything but simple. Before flying to the United States to lead Real Madrid in the FIFA Club World Cup, Alonso had already overseen two significant defensive additions. The Spanish coach secured deals for highly rated Premier League defender Dean Huijsen and England international Trent Alexander-Arnold, spending a combined total of around £60 million. The plan was clear: reinforce the defensive line with top-tier talent to complement an already world-class squad. Carreras, naturally, was earmarked as the final piece of this puzzle, expected to slot in on the left side of defense, alongside Trent on the right and Huijsen in central positions. Despite Madrid's confidence in the operation, Benfica's approach has been more complicated. Their decision to include Carreras in their squad for the Club World Cup was seen as a strategic move, aimed at maintaining leverage in negotiations rather than signaling Carreras's unavailability. Benfica's president, club icon Rui Costa, along with head coach Bruno Lage, made their position crystal clear. No discussions regarding Carreras's departure would take place during the tournament. Their insistence on remaining focused on the competition and refusing to entertain any transfer talks was interpreted as both a tactical maneuver and a message to Madrid. If they wanted the player, they would have to meet Benfica's conditions. Initially, Real Madrid were optimistic about closing the deal for around €40 million. However, reports from Spain, particularly from Marca, suggest that Benfica are unwilling to budge from the defender's full €50 million release clause. Rui Costa and his management team are standing firm, knowing Carreras' stock is high and that Real Madrid, eager to strengthen their left flank, will eventually have to meet their demands if they want to secure the player's services. The situation reached an important juncture following Benfica's elimination from the Club World Cup at the hands of Chelsea. Their last 16 exit on June 28th effectively removed the primary obstacle preventing immediate negotiations for Carreras. But despite that, the timeline for his transfer has not accelerated in the way Madrid fans might have hoped. As is standard for players participating in major international tournaments, Carreras, along with others competing in North America, will now take a well-earned summer break. These breaks are protected by agreements between clubs, leagues, and player unions to ensure athletes have sufficient time to rest and recover ahead of the new season. For Madrid, this means that while the road may be clear in terms of formal negotiations, the player himself is not expected to make an immediate trip to Madrid or undergo medical assessments. The likely outcome is that Carreras' transfer will only be finalized towards the end of July, aligning with the final stages of Real Madrid's preseason preparations. Once rested, Carreras is expected to report to Valdebebas, Madrid's state-of-the-art training complex, where he will integrate with Alonso's squad. His arrival will mark the completion of an ambitious defensive rebuild that sees young, dynamic, and technically gifted players form the backbone of the new Real Madrid era. Carreras' addition, though delayed, remains a crucial element of Alonso's project. Known for his pace, composure, and attacking intent from deep positions, Carreras fits the modern fullback profile that Real Madrid demands. His ability to contribute both defensively and offensively on the left flank will be vital as Madrid looks to dominate both domestically and in Europe. While delays are never welcome, especially for fans eager to see new faces in white shirts at the Bernabeu, patience appears to be the only option. The Carreras deal may take a few more weeks to complete, but the club remains confident it is only a matter of time before he pulls on the famous Madrid shirt.